Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
But that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut him down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Give him 6 yards in the first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And
team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on is not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Deebo Samuel, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Raiders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have them go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. on 2nd and long. Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this 1st half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return, Johnson. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete here to Waller. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. Play action. Now Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. They go play action with Wilson. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he's got it inside the 10. Here's 1st and goal. And, gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Raiders are able to add on to their 1st half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. Taken in at the 3. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed. because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. They go play action here on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Albert O. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Snowhawks get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Play action. It's Wilson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
And it'll be intercepted. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Second and 1. And now here's another interception. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
From the 29, Wilson. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have him go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Looking deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now this throw caught left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And he's not going to make it to the goal line. They've been perfect on the night in 2-point conversions, but not here, as this time they come up empty. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he loses the football a second time. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I never return punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, and put it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And the Raiders have got him.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I get the backups in there.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there.
Here we go.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Here we go with Williams. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And
he's got a man complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the Raiders add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll look to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they work this out past the 25. Wilson wants to throw it. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Wilson. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.